dear students, a very good evening to all of you. Welcome back to your favorite channel NEET World. This is Vasavi Ma'am, your biology educator. Yes, so students, in the previous class we have discussed regarding the external morphology of the Periplaneta americana, and we have seen few most important very short answer type of questions. Along with that, we have also solved a few most important previous year questions of NEET. Right, my dear students? Yes. So, coming towards the today's particular session, yes, today what we are going to start in the sense, yes, before starting this session, I am here to explain you about the NEET special programs. Yes. So, this is all about our institute NEET World. Here we have channelized the 3 special programs. Yes. So, you can enroll into the 3 special programs by paying the just affordable fee, that is 3,333 rupees, my dear students. Yes. So, let us have a look on it what actually it is. Yes. So, in our institute NEET World, yes, we have started 2 steps to medicine. It is especially for the 11th standard students, and the fee structure is very minimal and affordable, my dear students. It is just for 3,333 rupees, and next coming towards the 1 step to medicine, it is for the 12th standard students. Yes, and the fee structure is same again 3333. Yes, and next one is power step to medicine, and it is a repeater course. It is for the long term students who really want to crack the NEET. Okay, and the fee structure is again same, my dear students. It is a very affordable and minimal price, I can say, and it is a best opportunity to all of you. Yes, so the fee is 3,333 rupees only. These are the 3 special programs of our institute NEET World, and we are starting the long term courses. The new batch is going to commence from July 1st. Yes. So, students, please all of you make a use of it, and the fee is very feasible to all of you, and all the sessions, okay, the IPE sessions and NEET previous year question sessions and most important concepts for the NEET as well as IPE. Okay. So, these all sessions will run on live every day. Okay. Yes. So, make a use of it. Yes. So, students, yes. So, yes students, let us start the class. Yes. So, in the today's particular session, we are going to discuss about the, yes. So, once have a look on these particular slide, my dear students. Yes. So, in the first class, okay, so in the previous sessions, actually we have completed in detail regarding the external features, that is nothing but morphology is done, my dear students. Okay. So, if you have any doubts regarding this particular concept, please let me know in the comment section, as well as whenever it comes to the external morphology, I have also given you the NEET previous year questions in the previous session. Just click on the live sessions in our YouTube channel NEET World. Yes. So, what we are going to discuss in the today's session in the sense, so from today we are going to start the anatomical part. Okay. So, from today we will look into the anatomy of Periplaneta americana. Yes. So, completely. So, starting from these particular concepts, so it is extremely most important, I can say, because these are the questions, okay, these are the type studies which are most important to score 8 marks in your IPE board examinations for both Telangana as well as Andhra Pradesh, my dear students. Okay. So, there is no chance to skip this particular unit, because this is one particular chapter where you are going to get all the 3 different types of questions. Okay. 2 marker type, 4 marker type and 8 marker type of questions. Okay. So, this is the highly demanded chapter, I can say, for both IPE as well as for the competitive also. Yes. So, when it comes to the 8 marker type of questions, first priority you all need to give mandatorily, and you all need to study damn sure, that is for digestive system. Okay. So, digestive system is the most important concept and the most important type study. Okay. And next one, circulatory system, and next respiratory system, and next excretory system, nervous system. Okay. So, these concepts are sometimes, okay, in rare cases we may expect these 2 questions for 8 marker type, but mostly, my dear students, okay, every year the questions will repeat only from these particular 3 anatomical parts. Okay. That may be either digestive, circulatory or respiratory. Okay. Yes. And next one, so I can't say that you can skip these particular concepts, that is excretory system and the nervous system. You need to learn, but in rare cases you are going to get, but always focus on these 3 concepts. Okay. And next one, Yes, reproductive system. Okay. So from the reproductive system, we may expect 4-marker type of questions sometimes. Okay. So in the 4-marker type of questions, sometimes you may get only the male reproductive system or else only the female reproductive system of the cockroach. Okay. But apart from this, sometimes in the LAQs, okay, in the long answer type of questions under the section C, sometimes we may expect both male and female reproductive system of cockroach for 8 marks. Okay. So this is also one of the highly demanded type study, and all the anatomical parts, okay, all the anatomical type studies are most important, my dear students. Yes. So without any delay, coming towards the today's particular session, we are going to start with the first anatomical part of Periplaneta americana, that is, yes, digestive system of cockroach, which is very most important. Yes, all the students who are watching this particular session now, just take a note of it and take the screenshots wherever if required, and continuously make a note of it, my dear students. Okay. So we cannot memorize each and everything. So always when it comes to biology, just okay, focus on the short notes preparation. Okay. Yes. So let's get started, my dear students. Yes. So first focus on this particular slide. Yes. So students, yes, so this is about the digestive system. Okay. So this particular chapter, whatever we are discussing now, it is all about the Periplaneta americana of your first year zoology syllabus. Okay. So all the online students who are watching this session, especially for today, just please go through the live sessions of the previous videos. Okay. So there we have completely done the morphological part. So this is the first live session where we are going to start the anatomical part of cockroach. Yes. So look into this. So just have a look on all these anatomical views, my dear students. Okay. So these are the most colorful and these are the most important visuals I have collected, and I have put a lot of efforts to make you to understand the concepts clear. Yes. So the same efforts you also need to put to score the top marks in your IPE as well as in the NEET. Yes. So can you see this particular visual here, my dear students? So this is the digestive system of what? Of cockroach. Okay. And next one, this will be the circulatory. Okay. Yes. And this is the respiratory system. Yes. And it is a male reproductive system and it is the female reproductive system. Okay. So now we will start with the digestive system of the cockroach. Okay. So this is the type study and this is the anatomical part of the cockroach. Yes. Yes, students. Yes. So coming towards the anatomy of the cockroach. So this is about the digestive system. So it is the most important for IPE. Okay. So we may expect this question definitely for the 8-marker type of questions, my dear students. Okay. So you are going to score 8 marks when you are perfect with this particular concept. Okay. Yes. So please just focus. The session runs for 1 hour, my dear students. So please stay tuned until the session gets end with an extreme patience. Yes. So digestive system. Okay. So what we will learn in the digestive system? So students, under the digestive system of the cockroach, we are going to learn about its alimentary canal. We are also going to learn about the we are also going to learn about the associated glands of the cockroach, and next we are also going to look into the process of digestion. Okay, physiology of the digestion. Okay, so I am going to explain you how to write the long answer type of question to score 8 marks. Okay, yes. So before that, just focus whatever I am showing here and whatever I am explaining. Okay. So whenever you are going to skip this session, then you are going to miss 8 marks, my dear students. Okay. So my tip to all of you is to stay tuned until the session gets end. Yes. So under the digestive system of the cockroach. Okay. So this is the anatomical view. Okay. Yes, students. So this is the digestive system of the cockroach. Yes. So we can say the digestive system of the cockroach is complete. Okay. So complete in the sense, so it is going to start from the mouth. Yes. So I am going to represent you the NCERT and Telugu Academy diagrammatic view also. But before looking into that, just have a look on it, my dear students. Okay. So the digestive system of the cockroach is complete, we are saying. Okay. So it is complete in the sense it starts from the mouth, okay, and it ends at the anus, right. So the digestive system of the cockroach is complete, which is going to have and which is going to start from the mouth and which ends at the anus. And in the digestive system, we need to study about the alimentary canal of the cockroach, and next we need to focus on the associated glands of the digestive system of cockroach, or else we can also say it as the salivary glands, my dear students, okay. Yes. So under the digestive system, first start learning about the alimentary canal of the cockroach, and next one associated glands, okay. Yes. So let's have a look on the alimentary canal of the cockroach. So what is actually the alimentary canal? Okay. See here. So same how we are going to have the alimentary canal in our human beings. So in that same way, the cockroach digestive system is also going to possess the alimentary canal, right. But our alimentary canal is straight and it is a muscular tube which is going to start, okay, from the mouth and ends at the anus. But at the same time, when we are going to compare the alimentary canal of the cockroach, okay, we can find a many coiled structures in between, okay. So from the starting from the mouth to the anus, in between the alimentary canal, there are some highly coiled projections, right, my dear students. So it is not straight, we can say, okay. If you are going to observe this particular image, okay, if you observe this particular visual here, okay, it is not at all straight. Can you see? Yes, it is not at all straight and it is coiled in between, okay. It is broad in some areas and it is coiled in many areas, okay. So now we will look into that, what actually, how actually it is coiled and what is its role, what are the main parts in the alimentary canal. Yes. So students, yes, look into this now. Alimentary canal, okay, alimentary canal of the cockroach or the digestive system of the cockroach is divided into three main parts, okay. What are they? It is divided into three main parts. First one is foregut, okay. Next part is midgut and hindgut, okay. So first one, okay, first part is the foregut, which is also called as the proctodium, okay, and the next part midgut, okay, the middle part, okay, the midgut is also called as the mesenteron and the hindgut is also called as stomodium, okay. So these are the alternative names, but I request to all of you, when you are going to write this particular answer in your examination, always you need to write the both names, okay. Foregut is also called as proctodium, okay, and next one midgut is also called as the mesenteron and hindgut is also called as the stomodium, right. So these are the three main parts which are involved in the digestive system of the cockroach, right. So now we will look into this, what is foregut. Yes students, so what is foregut actually? Yes. So look into this now. Yes. So what we have studied in the previous session, okay, in the previous session we have understood in detail about the morphology. Under the morphology we have understood how the mouth parts of the cockroach are present, okay, and what are the main parts in it, we have learned in depth, right. So under the mouth part we have understood about the mandibles, maxillae, labium, labrum and maxillary palps, right. First maxillary palps and second maxillary palps, okay. So students, all the online students, okay, who are watching this particular session, you need to watch continuously to understand the concepts, okay. Already we have done the morphological and mouth parts session, just please click on the live sessions in the YouTube channel NEET World, okay. So then the concepts becomes easy to all of you. Yes. So under the mouth parts we have understood each and everything, my dear students, how actually it is going to take the food and what is the role of the maxillary palps, what is the role of mandibles, labrum, labium, everything, okay. Yes. So now clearly look into this particular visual, okay. So in this particular slide we can attempt and we can understand the concept easily, my dear students, okay. So this is the most important diagram, it is extracted from your NCERT itself. Yes, whenever you are going to attempt this answer, definitely and mandatorily you need to draw this particular diagram in your IPE examination of your first year zoology, right. Yes. So now see here, mouth is going to contain mandibles, maxillae and it is going to contain many other parts which are involved in just holding the food, okay. the maxillary palps is going to hold the food, and mandibles and maxillae, labrum, labium, these all are involved in just chewing the food, right. So, we have also seen it. So, now the mouth is going to open into the pharynx, right my dear students. So, the mouth of the cockroach, after the mastication of the food, the mouth opens into the pharynx, and the pharynx is going to open into the esophagus, right. Clear? Are you understanding? Yes. So, just look into this particular slide. Yes, I am going to make a clear note to all of you, just focus. Yes. So, the mouth of the cockroach is going to contain mandibles which are involved in just crushing the food, and next one maxillary palps, first maxillary palps and second maxillary palps which are involved in holding the food, right. It is going to contain some important, yes, it is going to contain some important receptors also, like gustatory receptors, olfactory receptors, each and everything, right. So, after collection of the food in the mouth, it is going to masticate, okay, it is going to perform the biting and chewing process, and next after this process immediately the food is going to, yes, and immediately the mouth is going to open towards the pharynx, okay, mouth opens into the pharynx, and from the pharynx, okay, from the pharynx the food gets deposited into, okay, the food gets transferred, or else the food gets transported to the esophagus. Can you see this? Yes. So, this will be the esophagus, okay. So, students, this is very easy answer I am saying to all of you, okay. Yes, just please focus on this particular visual, that is it, okay. Yes. So, from the pharynx the food gets transported and the food gets transferred to the esophagus, right. So, now just see here in between the pharynx, okay, in between the mouth or else in between the pharynx and the esophagus, a pair of salivary glands are located. Can you see? These are the salivary glands which are located in between the esophagus and the pharynx, right. Or else we can also say sometimes in the region in between the crop and in between the region of the pharynx, in between the crop and in between the pharynx we can find the salivary glands, okay. So, a pair of salivary glands are present in between the esophagus and the crop. So, these are the, yes, so these are the, what are these my dear students? These are the pair of salivary glands, yes. So, now have a look on this. So, from the esophagus, right. So, in the mouth it is going to be digested, okay, it is not going to be digested actually. In the mouth the food is going to be masticated by the continuous process of biting and chewing type, and later with the help of these salivary glands. So, now what is the role of the salivary glands? So, now what is the role of the salivary glands my dear students? Salivary glands are involved in secretion of the enzymes, okay, which enzyme actually it is? Amylase, okay. So, salivary glands are going to secrete the enzyme called as amylase, which is helpful for the digestion of the starch, carbohydrates, many other things, okay. So, clear? Salivary glands are involved in the secretion of the saliva, okay, it is involved in the secretion of the saliva, and next the saliva inside the mouth, okay, inside the mouth the food gets mixed with the salivary juice of the cockroach, right. So, after mastication of the food with the saliva, next the food gets transferred immediately into the esophagus. From the esophagus, can you see this? Yes, can you see the small dotted projections over here? So, this is the way of the transporting of the food from the mouth to the crop, okay. Yes. So, now from the esophagus slowly the food is going to get deposited into a pear shaped part, okay. It is going to be transferred to the pear shaped organ or else a pear shaped part that is called as the crop, okay. So, now what is the function of the crop my dear students? It is just going to store the food, okay. It is going to store the food and it is going to digest the food. So, clear with all these structures? Yes. So, now have a look on this foregut, right. So, under the foregut all the parts, okay, under the foregut all the important parts like pharynx, esophagus, salivary glands, crop and gizzard, okay. So, these all parts are going to be covered under the foregut of the cockroach, right. Yes. So, now look into this. Yes. So, these are the lines of your NCERT. Yes. So look into this, my dear students. So mouth is going to contain the mouth parts which are involved in grinding and mixing of the food. Okay. Yes. So the mouth is going to contain, yes, so the mouth parts of the cockroach are going to contain the mandibles, maxillary pulse, okay, labrum, labium, all these parts which are involved in holding the food, and they continuously bite and chew the food. Next, the mouth is going to open to the pharynx. Okay. So what actually the pharynx is going to do, my dear students? So the pharynx is just a thin small tubular structure. Okay. So it is not going to have a major role. So it is just a smallest part from where the food is going to transfer to the crop, right. See, pharynx just it is involved in the passing the food from mouth to the esophagus, right. So from the esophagus where actually the food is going to be traveled and where it is going to store inside the crop, right. So the crop is a major part, okay. The crop is actually a pear shaped organ which is involved in the, okay, which is involved in the storage of food, okay. It is just the structure, it is a storage structure of the food which is a pear shaped, right. So this is all about the foregut of the cockroach, okay. So it is the first part under the alimentary canal, I can say. It is a foregut, it is also called as the stomodium, which is going to contain mouth, esophagus, okay. First mouth, pharynx, esophagus, salivary glands, okay, and the next one is crop. Clear, my dear students? Yes. So once again have a look on this particular visual. Yes. So have a look here. Yes. So now you all the online students just comment what actually the foregut is going to contain, okay. It is going to contain the pharynx. Here we can find the mouth, okay. Inside the mouth the food gets yes, the food gets continuously grinding, okay. It is the food is going to be masticated, and the next one the food is going to be mixed with the salivary enzymes secreted by the salivary glands, and next one the food is going to transfer to the pharynx. From the pharynx it is going to get transferred to the small narrow coiled tube that is called as esophagus, right. So from the esophagus actually where the food is going to be stored, my dear students, inside the crop, okay. So the crop is the major structure where the major amount of the food gets stored. Clear? So this is completely about the foregut or else stomodium of the cockroach. Yes. So it is completely about the foregut of Periplaneta americana, right. Clear with the foregut? That's it, my dear students, okay. Just mention clearly what is the main role of the pharynx, salivary glands, esophagus and the crop, okay. So clear? Now we are going to look into the, yes. So now we will look into the midgut. Yes, students, okay. So the foregut is done, and next one we are going to look into the midgut now, okay. Yes. So everyone look here. So the midgut is also called as ventriculus, okay. Midgut is also called as the ventriculus, yes. So proctodium, foregut is the proctodium, and the next one the midgut is also called as ventriculus, and sometimes it is also called as mesenteron. Clear? Yes. So the midgut is also called as ventriculus, it is also called as the mesenteron, okay. So now look here, what actually the mesenteron, what is the function of the midgut, okay. Yes. So once again everyone just have a look on this particular picture. Yes. So below the crop what we can find, my dear students, below the crop a small padded structure which is attached to it, that is called as the gizzard. Yes. So below the crop we can find the gizzard over here, and what is the function of the gizzard? Yes. So gizzard is going to have the major function. So from where, okay, so from the gizzard there are some finger like projections, okay. So from the gizzard nearly 6 to 8, okay. So nearly 6 to 8 finger like projections are going to be arised from the region of the gizzard, okay. So what are these finger like projections called? These are called as the hepatic caeca, okay. So these are called as hepatic caeca, which are involved in continuous secretion and absorption. It means from one side it is going to secrete, okay, from one side it is going to secrete, and from one side it is going to absorb all the digested food, okay. Yes, students. So the complete digestion is going to take place in the crop of the cockroach, okay. So from the region of the hepatic caeca, many enzymes are going to be released continuously, which will help in the digestion of the food, and the digestion of the food is going to take place majorly in the crop. Okay, so the crop is the main area where actually the storage of the food is going to take place, as well as the digestion of the food is also going to takes place. Okay, so for these, okay, for the digestion and for the storage, which is going to help? Hepatic caeca. Okay, so the hepatic caeca are the some finger like projections. Okay, these are bristle like structures which are going to arise from the region of the gizzard. Okay, so these are involved in secretion of the enzymes, and these are involved in reabsorption also. Okay, and the gizzard is going to helpful. Okay, mainly the gizzard is involved in just breakdown of the food. Okay, with the help of the mandibles, the cockroach is going to bite and chew the food, but the fine structure, okay, the fine paste like structure of the food can be made only at the region of the gizzard. Okay, so the gizzard is mainly involved in just grinding the food into the fine paste like structure. After that, the hepatic caeca are involved in reabsorption and secretion of many enzymes which will help in the digestion process of the cockroach. Yes. So now have a look on this particular slide, my dear students. Yes. So midgut is also going to contain 8 to 7 blind tubules. Okay, just now we have seen. So the midgut is going to contain 8 to 7 blind tubules, my dear students. Okay, so these are the actually 8 to 7 blind tubules which are also called as hepatic caeca, most important. Okay, and next one, complete digestion and reabsorption. Okay, complete reabsorption and digestion is going to take place because every part has cuticle except the midgut. Okay, so this is one of the most important statement. Just everyone put the star mark for this particular statement, my dear students. Okay, so why it is important in the sense? Yes, I am going to explain you. Yes, so once have a look on this particular point. Complete digestion and reabsorption takes place at every part except, okay, the digestion and secretion is going to takes place at every part, but except because every part has the cuticle except the midgut. Okay, so in the midgut region, the digestion as well as the reabsorption is going to takes place. How it is going to takes place in the sense? See here, my dear students. Yes. So focus on this particular slide and just observe whatever I am drawing here. Yes. So see, just have a look on this. Yes. Let me choose. Yes, students. Yes. So in each and every part, okay, in each and every digestive part of the cockroach is completely lined by the cuticle. Yes. Can you see here? Starting from the pharynx to the esophagus, crop and gizzard, each and everything is lined by, yes. So each and everything is lined by the cuticle, right, except the midgut. Okay, so except the midgut. Can any one of you see whether any lining is present in the region of the midgut? No. Okay, there is no chitinous lining. There is no chitinous cuticle, or else there is no chitinous lining in the midgut, whereas the lining is present in the entire region starting from the starting from the pharynx to the rectum, but there is only one place where we cannot find this chitinous lining. That particular place is midgut. Okay, so now in all these parts the digestion and reabsorption is not going to take place. Okay, so these are the parts which are just involved in storing and excretion, but majorly the secretions and the reabsorption is going to take place only in one place, my dear students. So that is the midgut. Okay, most important point to be remembered. Yes, so this is the main region, that is nothing but midgut is the main region where the continuous secretion and reabsorption of the food as well as the water is going to takes place, because except, okay, apart from the midgut, all the parts are lined by the chitinous cuticle. Okay, so the chitinous cuticle, it doesn't involve, okay, it doesn't participate in the absorption and the digestion. Okay, so this is the only main part where actually the reabsorption and secretion is going to takes place. Clear, my dear students? Yes. So now look into this. Yes. So end of the midgut, ileum is going to open. Yes. So this is going to form the midgut, and to the midgut, okay, to the next part of the midgut, what it is going to open, a broad narrowly coiled tube is going to be opened from the region of the midgut, that is called as ileum. Okay. Can you find this, my dear students? So this is one of the coiled structure that we are calling it as the midgut, which is involved in secretion and the reabsorption. And next to the midgut, what we can find, my dear students? Ileum. Okay. So before understanding about the ileum, once if you have a look on these particular structures here, so here we can find some fine thread like bristle like structures. Okay. So here we can find some fine thread like structures. Okay, can you see here? So these are very fine in hair like structures or the thread like structures which are involved in collecting the nitrogenous waste from the cockroach. So what actually it means in the sense? Yes, so the blood of the cockroach is, yes, it is as whitish in color. Okay, so it is colorless fluid actually. So it is called as hemolymph, right? So once if you have a look, okay, we cannot find the red colored blood in the cockroach, my dear students. Okay, so actually it is going to contain a colorless blood that is called as hemolymph. About this you are going to learn in the circulatory system of the cockroach. But as if now just focus here. Yes, so the body of the Periplaneta americana, it is going to contain the hemolymph. Okay, so it is called as hemolymph. So after digestion, okay, actually the process of digestion is going to start from, okay, so from the mouth, it is the food is going to mix up with the salivary glands, and next one, it is going to be continuously transported from the esophagus to the crop, where actually the storage is going to take place inside the crop. And next one, with the help of the gizzard, the food is going to be the food is going to be made into the fine paste like structure. Okay, yes, right. So this is what we have discussed, right, students? So next one, so even though after many, okay, even though after complete digestion, there are some parts, okay, there are some food particles which are undigested, right? So all the undigested food as well as all the nitrogenous waste, completely the nitrogenous waste as well as the undigested food, each and everything is collected by the help of these Malpighian tubules, right, my dear students? So these are the Malpighian tubules. Okay, where we can find the Malpighian tubules? In between the midgut. Okay, yes. So we can find the Malpighian tubules in between the midgut and the hindgut. Okay, so this is going to form the hindgut. Clear, my dear students? So this is the hindgut, and this complete part starting from the pharynx to the gizzard, it is completely the foregut, right? And in between here we can find the midgut. Clear, my dear students? So now here, so in between the hindgut and, yes, in between the midgut and the hindgut, here we can find a small thread like fine finger like projections that we are calling it as the Malpighian tubules. So the Malpighian tubules are the one which are involved in collecting the undigested food, and it is also going to collect the nitrogenous waste from the body of the cockroach. Clear? Yes. So here, yes. So at the region of the gizzard, the food is going to be continuously digested and it is going to form a fine paste like structure, and with the help of the hepatic caeca, many enzymes are going to be secreted and the food is going to be reabsorbed, and the midgut is the main region where the secretion and the complete digestion process is going to takes place, right? Because each and every part is lined by the cuticle except the midgut, and next to the midgut we can find the Malpighian tubules, right? So next one, the remaining undigested food. Okay, so actually the undigested food is going to be excreted from the hindgut now. Okay, so now just to focus the terms ileum, colon and rectum, right? So here after the undigestion, okay, the undigested food is going to be transported to the ileum, and from the ileum to the colon, and next one, colon opens into the wide and broad part that is called as rectum, my dear students. Yes. So look here, my dear students. Yes. So all the students just stay with the extreme patience until the session gets end. Okay. So it is not all about just reading continuously by hearting and writing. Okay. So it's all about understanding the concept, my dear students. So always focus on the visuals whatever I am representing over here. Yes. So look into this hindgut. Hindgut is only going to have only 3 main parts, my dear students. What it is? Ileum, colon and rectum. All these 3 parts are involved in just excreting the nitrogenous waste from the body of the cockroach to the outside. Okay. Yes. So ileum. Next one, midgut opens into the ileum. From the ileum, undigested food is going to open towards the colon. From the colon, where actually the undigested food and the nitrogenous waste is going to be excreted, my dear students, it is going to be sent out with the help of the anus. Clear? So this is just about the, yes, alimentary canal of the cockroach, where we have understood about the foregut, midgut and hindgut, right? So the foregut is also called as the proctodium, midgut is also called as mesenteron and hindgut is also called as stomodium, right? So the foregut is going to contain pharynx, mouth opens into the pharynx. From the pharynx, the food is going to the food which is mixed with the saliva, it is going to be sent through the esophagus. From the esophagus, it is going to deposit and it is going to store in the pear shaped part that is called as crop. Okay. So in between the crop and in between the esophagus, we can find a pair of salivary glands which are involved in secretion of the enzyme salivary amylase. Okay, we are also going to learn about it. And next one, below the crop, a gizzard. Okay, we can find the gizzard which is going to contain the masticatory apparatus which will help in making the food into the finest paste. Okay, so below the gizzard we can find the blind tubules. We can find 8 to 7 tubules. Those are called as hepatic caeca, my dear students. Okay, yes. So these are called as hepatic caeca, which are just involved in, okay, which are involved in continuous secretion and the reabsorption. So when it comes to the midgut, okay, so the midgut is the only part which is not going to have any chitinous lining. Okay, so all the parts is lined by the chitinous cuticle except the midgut. So that is the reason the major secretion and reabsorption part, it is going to take place at the midgut itself. Okay, yes. So in between the hindgut and in between the midgut, we can find a thread like fine projections. Those are called as Malpighian tubules. Okay. So what actually the Malpighian tubules are going to do, my dear students? They are going to collect the digested food and they are going to collect the nitrogenous waste from the hemolymph, and next they are going to deposit into the hindgut starting to the ileum. Okay. So from here the undigested parts are going to be deposited into the ileum. From there it travels to the colon and the next rectum. All the nitrogenous waste is going to be exported, or else all the nitrogenous waste is going to be excreted from the part of anus. Clear with this? So this is just about the alimentary canal of the cockroach. So now what we need to study? We need to understand about the salivary glands. So students, one thing I am going to say to all of you, that most of the students are going to write incomplete answers in your IP board examinations, right? So when it comes to the digestive system of the cockroach, you need to mention clearly about the alimentary canal, its 3 parts, foregut, midgut and hindgut, and next you need to write in depth regarding the salivary glands. After salivary glands, okay, so each and everything, my dear students. So the diagrammatic part is also most important. If you are going to miss the diagram, then you are not going to get the full marks. Okay, yes. So the salivary glands diagram is also important. And next one, physiology of digestion. So this is the way to score 8 marks and to attempt the answer. Yes. So now let's have a look on the salivary glands of the cockroach. Yes. So students, just have a look on the salivary glands of the cockroach. So when it comes to the theory point of view, it's enough if you are going to write at least 4 to 5 points regarding the salivary glands. Okay, just write 4 to 5 points regarding the salivary glands of the cockroach. Yes. So we can find a pair of salivary glands in between the esophagus and the crop, right? So each salivary gland, okay, each salivary glands are going to contain many lobules, right? So just a minute. Yes. So each pair of salivary glands are going to contain many lobules like this. Okay. So it is going to contain many lobules. Those are called as, yes, acini. Okay. So it is going to contain the many lobules which are called as, yes. So the color is not visible, I think. Yes. So it is going to contain many lobules, those are called as acini. Okay. So, this acini, okay, the lobules are secreted and the acini, this is produced from the group of secretory cells called as zygomen cells, right my dear students. So, for the IPE point of view, the diagrammatic part is most important, and along with the diagram just describe at least 4 to 5 points regarding the salivary glands. Clear? So, we can find a pair of salivary glands. Each salivary gland is going to, each salivary receptacle or else each salivary gland is going to contain many lobules called as acini. These are produced from the zygomen cells. Clear? Yes. So, now from the both the salivary glands ducts are going to arise. Okay. So, from both the salivary glands what are going to arise my dear students? Ducts are going to arise. Both the ducts are going to unite and they are going to open into the median salivary duct. Yes. So, can you see here both the ducts, okay, both the ducts from, okay, both the ducts are going to unite from both the salivary glands, isn't it? So, this is one salivary gland and this is one salivary receptacle we can say. So, from both these ducts are going to arise and they are going to unite to form the median salivary duct. So, behind the median salivary duct there is a common receptacular duct. Okay. So, it is a major area where the saliva is going to be secreted. Clear? Yes. So, the common saliva, yes, the common receptacular duct is the region where actually the saliva is going to store and it is going to secrete. Clear my dear students, and this will be the common salivary duct. Okay. Yes. So, this is the hypopharynx, and then next it is the common salivary duct is going to open into the efferent salivary duct. Clear? So, when it comes to the IPE point of view, start writing from the alimentary canal, start covering up all the 3 parts, foregut, midgut and hindgut. After complete description about it, next start writing and start representing the diagrammatic view of the salivary glands. Okay, this is all about, okay, whatever I am going to guide you now, it is just about to score 60 by 60 my dear students. Okay. Yes, if you want to score full marks in long answer type of questions, then you need to follow the proper strategy. Okay. Yes. So, completely describe about the alimentary canal. Next, immediately after completing the alimentary canal, just start the diagrammatic representation of the cockroach. Okay, diagrammatic representation of Periplaneta americana, just about its salivary glands. Next, in the salivary glands, just understand, okay, just mention what are acini. Okay. So, it is going to contain many lobules which is going to contain a group of cells called as acini, which are secreted by the zygomen cells. Okay. Clear? And next one, from each salivary glands ducts are going to be arised which are going to give rise to the common salivary duct. Clear? And next one, both the common salivary ducts are going to be united and they form the median salivary duct, and behind the median salivary duct there is a common receptacular duct my dear students. So, this is the main part which will help in storing the saliva and secretion of the saliva. Clear? Yes. So, next one, after completing regarding the salivary glands, so the next step in your LAQ, okay, so the next step you need to write in your long answer type of question related to the digestive system is, you also need to write at least minimum 2 to 3 points related to the physiology of digestion my dear students. Yes. So, yes. So, once here, yes, you also need to look and you also need to learn about the physiology of digestion. Okay. So, you are not going to get the complete marks just if you are going to attempt regarding the alimentary canal as well as the salivary glands, but also you also need to write and you also need to describe at least 2 to 3 parts regarding the physiology of digestion. Yes. So, it is easy my dear students, okay, who yes, all the students who have just watched the previous sessions about the morphology, then easily you can understand the physiology of digestion. Yes. So, under the physiology of digestion, you just need to write about the food collection, right. So, how actually the cockroach is going to find the food, what is the major part, okay, which is the major sense organ that is involved in the, yes, that is involved in the detection of the source of food. Okay. So, it will be obviously the antenna, right my dear students. So, the antenna are the main parts, okay. So, the antenna are the main sense organs which are helpful for the detection of the food and the just it will help to identify the source of food. Okay. So, that is the reason. So, under the food collection, cockroach is an omnivorous insect. Okay. So, it is going to eat all the types of the food and it feeds on all the types of organic matter. And next one, it locates the food. Okay. It will it can understand the location of the food by the help of the presence of receptors. What are those actually? Olfactory receptors which are present in the antennae. Okay. It is going to have the antennae, right? With the help of the antennae only it is going to detect the food and it is going to understand where actually the food is going to be located, and it actually senses the food, my dear students, and with the help of labial palps and maxillary palps it is going to, yes, it is going to capture and it is going to collect the food. Next, look here, the food is seized with the help of the forelegs, labrum and labium. All these three parts are involved in collection of the food and holding the food. Okay. So, these all are involved in just to hold the food. And next one, it is passed to the mandibles for biting and chewing, right. So, this each and everything we have covered in the mouth parts of the cockroach, my dear students. So, it is in the session, it is in the live session of external morphology. If you have any doubts, just click on the live sessions in our YouTube channel, then everything will become clear to all of you. Yes. So, this is about the food collection. Okay. Antenna will help in identifying where actually the food is located. With the help of labium, labrum, it is going to hold the food. With the help of the mandibles, it is going to bite and chew the food, right. And next one, have a look on this digestion. How actually the digestion is going to takes place. It is also very easy, my dear students. Yes. So, look here. So, after swallowing, the food passes through the pharynx. Okay. So, after swallowing, okay, it means after swallowing the food passes through the pharynx and the next esophagus and reaches the crops. Okay. So, this is what we have discussed actually, but if you are going to write just only these 4 marks, yes, sorry, if you are going to write only these 4 points, you are not going to get the complete marks, my dear students. After description regarding the alimentary canal, then immediately you also need to write about the digestion process. Under the digestion, you need to include just 2 main points. Okay. So, this is the first main point, that is after swallowing the food passes through the pharynx, esophagus and reaches the crop. And next one, in the crop food is mixed with digestive juices and most of the food gets stored. And next one, hence most of the food is digested in the crop. And next one, the partly digested undigested food is, yes, filtered by the bristles of the gizzard and later it passes through the stomoidal valve into the ventriculus. Okay. Yes. So, this statement is not required, just the first 3 statements are most important, my dear students. Clear with the physiology of the digestion, just write how it is going to be digested and just describe few points regarding the food collection. Yes. And next one, yes students, next one, yes. So, this is most important, I can say, yes. So, this is all about how the food is going to be digested in the presence of enzymes. Okay. So, once have a look how actually the cockroach is important and how it is going to contain the digestive enzymes and digestive system like us. Okay. So, we are also going to have the alimentary canal, each and everything, and all the food is going to be digested only in the presence of enzymes in humans, right. So, in this Periplaneta americana also there is a same mechanism, my dear students. Yes. Look into this. Yes. So, these are the few most important enzymes. In the presence of these enzymes, the food of the cockroach, okay, the food inside the cockroach is going to be digested just only in the presence of these enzymes. So, look into this. So, amylase is the enzyme. Okay. So, amylase is the enzyme, it is secreted from the salivary glands. Okay. So, what is the main role of the amylase? It is going to convert starch into the disaccharides. Okay. So, the enzyme amylase of the salivary juice, okay, from the salivary glands, amylase is going to be secreted, and the main function of the amylase is it is going to convert starch into the disaccharides. And next one, invertase or sucrase, it is also an enzyme, my dear students. It is involved in yes, it is involved in conversion of. So, yes, invertase converts sucrose into glucose and fructose. Okay. So this is also most important, my dear students. So this is all about the enzymes, how actually the food gets digested in the presence of the enzymes, right? Yes. And next one, maltase is an enzyme which will help in conversion of maltose into glucose. And next one, lipase is the enzyme which will helpful for the digestion of fats, especially after digestion. In the presence of lipase, the complex food gets simplified into the fatty acids and glycerol. Yes. And next one, proteases. Yes. So proteases are the enzymes which will be helpful for digestion of proteins into the amino acids, and cellulose is the enzyme which will helpful in the conversion of cellulose into the glucose, right. So this is these all enzymatic actions I think you have also learned in the yes, in the digestive system in your previous standards like 10th or 9th standards, even though you need to write regarding these particular concepts in the digestive system of the Periplaneta americana. Yes students? Yes. So this is all about the digestive system. Okay. So under the anatomy, this is just about the digestive system of the cockroach, which has been actually divided into the alimentary canal and the associated glands. Just once again I am requesting to all the students, whenever you are going to attempt this particular answer, give a and explain in detail regarding the alimentary canal, how it has been divided, and next also explain in detail with the help of diagrammatic view regarding the salivary glands of the cockroach. After this, just start writing the physiology of digestion, how it is going to collect the food and how the digestion process is going to takes place. At the end of the answer, write any 3 enzymatic actions. Okay, in the presence of enzymes, how actually the food is going to be, how the complex food is going to be converted into the simple food. Okay, so this is all about how you need to write the long answer type of question to score the 8 marks and to score the 60 by 60 in the zoology. So there is no chance to skip this particular anatomical type study regarding the digestive system, my dear students. Yes. So in the next upcoming live session, we are going to solve few most important NEET previous year questions related to the digestive system, and we are also going to start the next anatomical part, that is excretory system of the cockroach. Yes. So just stay tuned with the NEET World and enjoy the live lectures. Yes. Like, share and subscribe.